Hello, viewers, and welcome to another episode where we are going to discuss something very simple about food versus herbs. Where I'm from, that's Ghana, I'm sure that my viewers from Ghana will attest to the fact that we have a lot of herbal medicines and herbal facilities, in the country. And that popular statement that they normally use to buttress their points is a particular verse they derive from the Bible, where they normally you hear them quote in Twi that mundi ediabano namunfa ahaban no ensa yare anamunfa ahaban no ensa yare, which means that you should eat the fruits and use the leaves to treat diseases or use the leaves as medicine. This is a very popular quote by herbalists from this part of the world, in Ghana to be precise. I want us to take a critical look at that particular statement, analyze it, and see how true that is. It is a biblical statement, and so I am not going to challenge anyone on that. It is an undoubtable fact that human beings are herbivores, which we'll be looking at later. And so if we are told to eat the fruits and use the leaves as medicine, what does it mean? Does it mean that we should eat and just as some of them normally say, that while you go about your daily activities, as you eat every day, you will definitely fall sick and then you will need the leaves to treat your diseases? On the contrary, that's not how it works. Yes, on the contrary, your food is supposed to serve as your medicine. That is what the verse is actually talking about. So learning from animals also fall sick. In fact, there is enough evidence to show that carnivores also fall sick. And when they fall sick, they do not go to process any herbal medicines and take. What they do is that they find herbs that by their instincts know treats certain ailments that they are suffering from. And then these animals will eat these herbs and get well. Or they will choose certain foods that contain certain medicines and then they will eat those foods and get well. And so if you have a carnivore at home, a dog, I have seen a dog, a cat, etc., go to eat particular herbs. This tells you something, that these animals know what they are suffering from, and by their instincts, they know exactly what kind of herbs they should eat to treat their condition. And so, as a human being, you were created, and according to the holy books that we have, when Adam and Eve were created, they were not put in a lab. They were placed in a garden, the Garden of Eden. Now ask yourself, what were the kind of foods in the Garden of Eden? Human beings were placed in a garden, which means that they were eating fruits, vegetables, grains, etc. We don't rear animals in the garden. It is fruits, vegetables, and plant-based foods that were in the garden. And if you are told to eat and use the leaves as medicine, what it means is that when your eating is right, indirectly you will be treating your diseases, just as the animals do. Because a goat can comb through the bush and pick particular plants to eat. Yes, sometimes there will be grass where it is, but after it eats a particular amount of grass, it now moves to go look for certain types of herbs and leaves again to eat. Because when you eat the right proportions and the right types of leaves, fresh green leaves that are edible, of course, when you choose them and you eat them right, you realize that you live for a very long time without ever falling sick. So you would not have to fall sick and then you go look for the herbs. No, you're supposed to look for herbs that are edible and inculcate it into your diet. Luckily, almost in every part of the world, nature has placed herbs, medicinal herbs that are edible in every corner of the world. So wherever you find yourself, you will find some local herbs right where you are that are beneficial to your health, that you are supposed to inculcate into your diet and take them. Don't wait and eat junk food that are made in the lab, because you are not created in the lab. Ask yourself, how are you eating right now? Your ancestors were created and they were placed in a garden. You today grew up and you are sustaining yourself with food from labs. Ask yourself, definitely you will be convinced that you need herbs to come and treat yourself. But those herbs are not going to help you if you forfeit the first condition. Don't forget, the text says that you should eat the fruits. Some people go days without taking any fruit at all. But they think that when they fall sick and conventional orthodox medicine is not able to treat them, conventional medicine, allopathic medicine is not able to treat them, then they make a quick U-turn and go look for herbal remedies because they have been told by the herbalists that they have been instructed to use leaves as medicine, forgetting that there is a precondition. The condition is that you must eat the fruits, you must eat the vegetables. Those herbs that you think will treat you, they are the things that you need first. So you will not even get the condition. So when people are unwell and they contact me, most of the time they are looking for a quick remedy. Oh, I have ulcer, I have asthma. What can I do? Can you give me a herbal solution? The best herbal solution is through a proper diet. There is no medicine that can replace a proper diet. The herbal medicines that these companies advertise every day will only work if the diet is right. When the diet is wrong, the medicine will be of no use. It will be useless. In fact, the medicine will go to aggravate your situation if the diet is wrong. What is this diet we're talking about? It is the diet that you have been instructed even in the holy books, that you should eat the fruits and the vegetables that you've been given. We are lucky in this part of the world. Most of the herbs that are supposed to treat the sicknesses that we have are edible. For instance, our spinach. Some people have different types of spinaches that they use. We have cocoyam leaves. That is highly medicinal and contains a lot of nutrients. So when you take them, you get two-in-one benefits. You get to eat them as food, you get them as medicine, and you get a lot of nutrients from them. We have our hibiscus leaves, that is the sobolo. We have what we call ayoyo. These are all herbs. They are medicinal herbs. Name them. We have our baobab leaves. These are the sort of leaves that our ancestors used as medicine. We have so many of such leaves. We have our bitter leaf that is highly medicinal. You do not wait until you get sick and then you go use the bitter leaf once or twice and you think that you've solved all your problems. No, the moment you stop consuming the bitter leaf and go back to eating the poisonous food made in the labs, you are going to get sick again, and then you will go back and use the herbs. And so the truth you are not being told is that it is two things you need to treat diseases. One, you need the food. And what food? You need the fruits, you need the vegetables, you need to eat them. And two, the leaves. The leaves that are also food. You need to get them and then prepare them in a manner that you will not kill the active ingredients and the nutrients that they bring to you, so you remain healthy for a very long time and save yourself, because diseases are very, very expensive. Poor health are very, very expensive. Nobody makes money from good health. When you are well, nobody profits from you. That is why the truth will be hidden from you, so you continue poisoning yourself, so you will keep on going. I have met someone who told me, look, I have battled with ulcer for so many years. I was in a bus from Obuasi to Accra, and I gave a quick talk in the bus. And a man called me to the back of the bus, and he told me, my brother, I have been suffering from ulcer for so many years. I went to hospital for so many years. They couldn't help me. I resorted to herbal facilities until I realized that the herbal facilities are there just to prey on ignorant people. Because of what I listened from you, because of what you told me, I have come to the conclusion that the herbal facilities were just taking advantage of me. Yes, they failed to tell him the truth about the sort of the lifestyle that is making him sick. And so take responsibility of your own life once again and know that you were not made in the lab, and so you do not need medicines and food from the lab to stay healthy. You were placed in a garden, so eat foods that come from the garden, and the leaves that is supposed to be the herbs, inculcate them in your diet every day in the right way, and you will remain healthy for a very long time. Thank you very much.